It's spooky season, so let's summon a demon. Well, not quite. We'll be looking at a story about summoning, with Digital Devil Story, Megami Tensei. The name Megami Tensei might ring a bell if you're familiar with the Shin Megami Tensei series of games. And if that doesn't ring a bell, how about Persona, which is a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. But broadly speaking, Shin Megami Tensei, or SMT, or megaten as it's also known, is a series of games about summoning, collecting and fusing demons, also the apocalypse or something. Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei is the origin of the series, with the novel releasing in 1986, but we'll be looking at the OVA that came out 1 year later. Do I look like someone who can read books? What is an OVA? Some people might be asking. OVA stands for Original Video Animation. OVAs are anime that are not released for broadcast or cinema, but the home video market. So basically, straight to video stuff. But you can still get them today, with many anime having an OVA episode released alongside the home video release. But during the 80s/90s was the heyday for this kind of thing, with it being perfect for miniseries, films too short for a theatrical release, or maybe something a little more risque. So join me as we recap this OVA. We start off with some guy in what looks like the distant past who sees a woman, who then turns into a ghoul. It was all a dream, and we can assume it was a very awkward, wet dream. We pixelate to the title. But let's pause for a moment. Eagle-eye viewers might see the Kiss anime logo in the top left corner, but I ripped this video from YouTube, so you're getting to see a rip of a rip in all its 360p glory. Side note here, I found this video I was making my Persona 4 video, which you can see links on screen for and in the description and so on. Now it's back to the plot. Hey look! A school. Hey look, it's the classic new student trope. Our new Shin is a girl called Yumiko Shimura. Okay, I can't pronounce that. Let's say just Yumiko. We see Wet Dream Boy doing some pooping. We do strangely see a teacher bowing to this kid. This kid is Akemi Nakajima, a real computer ace. Yumiko seems to recognise this Nakajima guy. Nakajima even tells the teacher to meet him after class. Later that very same day, Yumiko stumbles into a cyber cult ritual. Nakajima summons Cerberus from his computer. It seems Loki be cyber banging the teacher. We see some flashback playing out some more, with some very funky music that does not match the scene. Nakajima is doing some late night hacker man things. The teacher is having a late night sesh. Later, that very next day, Loki is like, "You want some more power?" We see a flashback that Nakajima used to be bullied. Loki wants him to kill, as the screen says. The whole class appears to be brainwashed and wants Yumiko to go to the computer lab. It would seem she is about to be sacrificed, but hold the presses, because the screen is leaking goop. It's blobbing and popping people in quite the bloody affair. Yes, Loki has summoned himself, and yeeted Nakajima. We see a flashback of that time Nakajima mind-controlled people to kill his bullies. Nakajima now feels bad, so attacks Loki with a sword. It does not work. Loki tries to goop everyone. Yumiko hears the voice of Izanami, as the helpful note on screen says. Izanami is the mother of all gods in Japanese folklore. It turns out Yumiko is the reincarnation of Izanami, and Nakajima is the reincarnation of Izanagi. That's what those dreams are about. Fans might also know that Izanagi is the first persona of the Persona 4 protagonist. Yumiko can now shoot lasers from her eyes. She shoots them at low key, then hold hands with Nakajima, and they fly out the window. She gets slashed, and they teleport. Well, she's about to die. In her last breath, she asks to be taken to the grave of Izumi, so she can revive. Luckily, it's just over there. She's dead. He gets another vision. He knows what must be done. Meanwhile at the bank, computers be eating people. Nakajima summons Cerberus for a lift. They arrive at the grave, but it's low-key time. The two demons rumble. Nakajima gets a magic sword and fights the goop. Loki is bested. He and Yumiko jump into the light. Yumiko's alive, I guess? We get a sequel hook. There was no sequel. So that was a thing. So what did I think? Well, in truth, I don't actually think much about it. It's not good or bad. It's just a kind of forgettable OVA. I probably would not have watched it if it wasn't for its ties to the greater SMT franchise. It also has to be said that Nakajima sucks as the protagonist. It's hard to have any sympathy for him after what he has done. It kind of feels off how much he suddenly cares about Yumiko's death, since they barely interact. They are the reincarnations of Izumi and Izanagi. In the folklore they are siblings/lovers? But we don't get to see any of that in the OVA. so maybe it's better to read the books, since there are 3 of them. With this OVA only adapting the first, meaning you'll get a more fleshed out story of the origin of the franchise. Still, I'd only recommend this OVA for the hardcore fans, who maybe just want to see some early adaptations from the SMT franchise. Also in the future I'll be doing more megaten content, such as a Persona 3 Portable video and a SMT 5 video, which will be out at some point in the future beyond this date you're currently watching. Also at the end of the video now, so like, comment, wait for that not blur, get focused again, and subscribe and all those things. You're about to be given a recommended video from YouTube, I guess, so click that if you want to. I'm just going to keep waving till the end of the video